Miss Universe 2018 has been fun recently for being a meme factory, but at the same time has its own issues. Do you remember that Sprite commercial back in 2015?
Ganda niya! Lapitan mo na siya! Kaso may sumingit! Si Jojo, si Jonas, si Junard!
Load ka ng game ko, Ako ang captain.
Punta ka sa play ko. Ako ang bida. Punta ka sa gig ko. Ako vocalista. Ikaw.
Di mo na kailangan pumili. Samahan na kita sa lahat.
Oo ba?
Ha?
So ibig mo sabihin kapag uminom ka ng Sprite, makuha mo na si Catriona? But hey, at least Steve Harvey got it right this time.
If they ever give you like a really, really, really important envelope, try to read carefully, okay?
With that red dress inspired from a volcano, as Kat performs the so-called lava walk with a leg opened bare on one side and her hair flowing also on one side covering an eye, not just makes her hot, but also damn familiar.
Now if you had prepared 20 years ago.
Catriona Gray may have slain it in the pageant, but from the looks of it, she's still looking for Roger Rabbit since 1988.
I'm desperate, Mr. Valiant. Can't you see how much I need you?
Dabbling in watercolors, Eddie?
An interesting blend of reality, isn't it? Coincidence?
She fly out with a little leaf.
Meanwhile, may dalawang uri ng tao sa mundo. Una, ang mga na-addict gumawa ng memes. Or the guys who have seen some striking lookalikes. Though I already mentioned Catriona Gray looking like Jessica Rabbit, this guy here says she looks like Katniss Everdeen. Fans say Miss Canada looks like Taylor Swift. This guy says Venezuela looks like Pocahontas, while I say she looks like Kendall Jenner. This guy says Venezuela looks like
Mia Khalifa.
You didn't get the joke, did you? Pangalawa naman, ang mga bobo na hindi sumasang-ayon sa sagot ni Kat.
What is the most important lesson you've learned in your life, and how would you apply it to your time as Miss Universe?
I work a lot in the slums of Tondo, Manila, and the life there is it's poor and it's very sad. And I've always taught myself to look for the beauty in it, to look in the beauty in the faces of the children, and to be grateful. And I would bring this aspect as a Miss Universe to see situations with a silver lining and to assess where I could give something, where I could provide something as a spokesperson. And this, I think, if I could teach also people to be grateful, we could have an amazing world where negativity could not grow and foster, and children would have a smile on their face. Thank you.
After the Q&A session, backlashing tweets have sprouted about how Catriona Gray is romanticizing poverty.
I want Kat to win, pero puta, let us not enable this romanticization of oppression. I'm back to loathing Miss Universe. Poverty is not an aesthetic. There is no silver lining in hunger, in death. Pagbalik ni Catriona, turuan natin siya na hindi enough makita ang beauty in poverty and being grateful. I admit that Catriona Gray's answer is flawed. Beauty in poverty is being grateful. No, we need to stop romanticizing poverty as resiliency and gratefulness.
Yeah, but newsflash, it didn't actually happen because you're completely missing her point. Do you even know what romanticizing really means? Romanticize. Deal with or describe in an idealized or unrealistic fashion makes something seem better or more appealing than it really is. Let's play that again, shall we?
The life there is it's poor and it's very sad. And I've always taught myself to look for the beauty in it, to look in the beauty in the faces of the children.
She was just being optimistic by focusing about the advocacy of the children despite poverty. You complete idiots.
Catriona romanticizes poverty, and it's very dangerous for her to do that, especially when her advocacy centers on impoverished children. How can she still not get it?
No, you don't get it. Her advocacy is about HIV awareness, children's rights, and their education, not the word poverty. And you snowflakes are already triggered. She's not promoting poverty. This is what happens when the virtue-signaling twats are boasting about their political correctness, but ends up getting triggered, losing their ability to get the entire picture. You just had to disagree and throw your logicless opinions at her based on your feelings.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Well, I guess Kat is also romanticizing marijuana, isn't it? No, It looks like everybody is agreeing with her, obviously including the president. But as long as it's for medical use only, it's fine, right? Imagine if you're in Catriona's position trying to answer a time-bounded question. Trust me, you don't wanna end up like this candidate.
What role did your family play with you as candidate to Binibining Pilipinas?
Well, my family's role for me is so important because they was the one who's very oh, I'm so sorry. My family. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I told you that I'm so confident. Wait. Sorry guys, because this was really my first pageant ever. Because I'm only 17 years old. And I did not expect that I came from one of the top 10. But I said that my family is the most important persons in my life. Thank you.
Oh, I'll tell you what's romanticizing. Miss Universe can now allow transgenders to enter the pageant made only for naturally born women.
Miss Spain, Angela Ponce is a woman and no one can tell us otherwise.
Paano masabi?
The sad truth is, people are actually capable of reassessing everyday reality, right? They keep reminding themselves it's not true, because they're always for the truth, that she's not a naturally born woman.
Carrying a bold message of inclusion, transgender rights, and a sharp review to US President Donald Trump, Miss Angela Ponce is blazing a trail as the first transgender contestant in Miss Universe 66-year history.
Yeah, probably it's going to be your worst 66th year in case you haven't noticed now that Trump and the Republican Party are legalizing the two genders only policy in America. Or worse, taking the word transgender out of existence and possibly not going to be mentioned ever again. Oops. So joining a pageant to represent equality is to rebuke Trump, challenging a man powerful enough to defend his own ideology. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, sweetheart, but it sounds like the countless rainbow flags aren't changing anything at all, did they? But then again, I do respect the LGBT community, but this has gone too far. So I'm willing to respectfully agree to disagree on some of your demands. It's not like the people are gonna vote down the same-sex referendum, right? Oh. It's not like the people in the comment section are agreeing to let a transgender enter a Miss Universe pageant, right? Oh look, they're actually giving countless criticisms not on being a transgender, but for letting a transgender enter the pageant.
Men are better at being women than real women. Not against her or the LGBT community, but Miss Universe is for natural-born women and we need to respect that just like what we are doing to respect gay people. I think that's unfair to the real women. They should organize their own pageant for trans. Miss Universe aren't for real girls. These LGBT activists are always asking for gender equality. In this world, everything is not equal. We have different faces. Even twins have differences. What these LGBT activists are stomping the rights of the real men and women. They want to be the authority in this world. These LGBT activists are the real racists.
This situation sounds familiar.
Being brave is being yourself, and being transgender is about the bravest thing you can do. Did she deserve the award? Yes.
Why are we mainstreaming delusion?
It's not delusion.
Why would you call it delusion?
Because Bruce Caitlyn Jenner, I'll call him Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
because
it's
that's
her. You're not being polite to the pronouns.
Because
disrespectful.
Okay, forget about the disrespect. Facts don't care about your feelings. It turns out that every chromosome, every cell in Caitlyn Jenner's body is male with the exception of some of his sperm cells. It turns out that his brain structure is male. It turns out that he still has all of his male appendages. How he feels on the inside is irrelevant to the question of his biological sex.
I don't agree with that. I'm not on that train.
Oh, that's not equality at all, is it? Every human being on this earth are born equal and are already born with rights regardless of your race, ethnicity, culture, and of course, your sexual identity. What more do you want? If you mean equality by boasting your sexual identity and be the center of attention by everyone around you, who gives a shit? If you mean equality by wanting to shut people up whenever they talk about transgender issues, it's not equality.
In terms of the science behind gender dysphoria, you're very familiar with that, Zoe.
Very familiar.
It's not about the the chromosomes within our
both know
nuclei. Yeah, go ahead.
Chromosomes don't necessarily mean you're male or female.
Gender.
With gender
identity. Go ahead. No, so
especially, but even so, you have a thing like Klinefelter's syndrome. So you don't know what you're talking about. You're not educated on genetics.
Would you like to discuss the genetics? Or
well,
no?
no,
What
no.
are your genetics?
So I'd stay away from the genetics and back to the brain scans.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that an argument?
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I mean, you don't see us straight people waving colored flags on the streets to show how proud we are of our sexual identity, right? I'm gay too, but I think the LGBT community is becoming way too demanding. Hindi na ito equality. Lahat ng bagay kahit hindi para sa kanila gusto involve sila. May pageant para sa atin, for gay people. Ang Miss You ay para sa inborn na babae, pero pag may straight na nakikipasok sa mundo nila, galit na galit sila. For example, pag may straight na gumanap ng role ng gay sa true to life na movies, react yan sila, insult daw. Mga hipokrito. Baliktarin natin kung may babae kaya na sumali sa beauty pageant for gays, ano kaya react nila? Di ba sasabihin nila unfair? Mga hipokrito, kayo sumisira sa LGBT, mga over-demanding. At akala niyo hindi kayo matatakasan ng mga Pinoy-made memes. Philippines knows history, right?
March 16, 1521.
Big salute to Spain for having the balls to join Miss Universe 2018.
Again, it's not about your sexual identity. It's about your attitude. You have chosen your sexual preference. We have respected your sexual identity. We have no right to judge your sexual identity. You have asked us to respect your community. We have respected your community. We have respected equality. We get it. The people around you are getting tired of listening to your demands for equality. How the fuck do you define equality if you're getting more attention than straight people do? The people around you are getting annoyed by your rejection of science and logic to satiate your pride for your sexuality. Right? That's a product of arrogance and ignorance having sex. That's disrespectful.
You're not being polite to the pronouns.
Because
disrespectful.
Okay, forget about the disrespect. Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Respect doesn't fall from the sky. Respect doesn't grow on trees. Respect is earned from people that you see every day. You receive respect every day, but you squandered it in bullshit. It's not being disrespectful if you start to share your own opinions about other Miss You candidates who barely speaks English, right?
What do you think about Miss Vietnam, Nie?
Oh my god, so
she's
fashion, elegant.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes, fashion. That's
so
the
cute.
word.
And she pretends to know so much English, and then you ask her a question after having a whole conversation with her, and she goes, she's adorable.
Miss USA and the Mean Girls have nailed it very well.
Miss Cambodia is here and doesn't speak any English, and not a single other person speaks her language. Can you imagine? Like, Francesca said that would be so isolating, and I said yes, and just confusing all the time. You at least have you do speak great English.
By basically backstabbing on Miss Vietnam and Miss Cambodia for not speaking English fluently. Though at least you have apologized, that doesn't mean you can escape from the internet roasting you alive with temperatures hotter than you. Now that wasn't so respectful, was it? Being respectful is when Filipinos, though Catriona won this time, are actually falling in love with Miss Vietnam for her inspirational Cinderella-like life story. Not just being a total badass at the pageant for her unique pixie cut, but she grew up from a simple life, admittedly working as a nanny to support herself to the road of becoming Miss Universe shows her excellent display of humility. That's why Miss Vietnam has earned that respect. And it feels so good to have my angels getting together. But as for Miss USA, she's showing her excellent display
What do you think about Miss Vietnam, Nie?
Oh my god.
And she pretends to know so much English.
of being 2018's basic bitch.
You're a basic bitch.
It's not being disrespectful if the Miss Universe hosts Carson Kressley and Lou Sierra start showing their top 3 candidates as their personal preferences.
And now let's each all of us reveal our final 3. Lou, you go first. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Puerto Rico, South Africa, and Venezuela. Here are my top 5. Oh, wait, that's the wrong card. Here are my top 5. Vietnam, South Africa, Puerto Rico. And I'm South Africa, Philippines, Venezuela. Okay, so we're going to see who made the cut. Back to you, Steve.
It was only Ashley that got it right this time. And just because you two idiots pretend that Catriona wasn't in the pageant by not mentioning her, doesn't excuse you for not getting burned by the Filipino fans. No, that wasn't so respectful, was it? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let me see your war face. You got a war face? Ah!
Bruh. Will take her place.
Asan nih putang?
This universe is
Philippines!